Holden Caulfield. I'm telling you, that boy is trouble. He never turned anything in on time. In fact, he didn't even bother to show up to classes most times. I doubt he ever even opened up his textbook once this whole term. When it was time for his exam, he was nowhere near ready. I even let him choose an essay topic, and what does he write? He writes 5 crappy sentences. He even had the nerve to leave a little note at the bottom of the essay blaming me that my lectures aren't interesting enough. I mean, I guess I sort of felt bad for flunking him, but I had to. That boy knew absolutely nothing. When I heard about his expulsion, I called him over to my room so that we could talk and say goodbye. I lectured him a bunch, but it was for his own good. That boy needed to learn his lesson. He told me that he failed 4 subjects, and he tried to make up some excuses to why he failed so many classes, but I didn't want to hear that crap. I was in a really bad mood, so I made him grab his final essay that he wrote, and I read it to him. So maybe he would realize just how terrible it was, and maybe he would start putting effort into his work at his new school. When I was finished reading his crappy essay, I threw it at him. I missed, but I kept lecturing. I told him about how life is a game, but I knew he wasn't listening to me. That boy had the attention span of a hummingbird. I tried to help him, I really did. I tried to get him to do some extra credit to maybe raise his grade up a little. Even when I lectured him, I tried to help him, but I doubt he was even listening to me. I know that he got kicked out of other schools before. He didn't exactly tell me why he got kicked out, but I don't think he really wanted to talk about it. I'm worried about the boy. I mean, he doesn't seem worried about his future or anything. He doesn't think about how his actions could hurt him later. And he doesn't seem to put effort into anything. In a way, he reminds me of myself when I was younger. I remember when I was a teenager, I didn't care about anything. I did the dumbest things you could think of. I didn't bother to think about how my actions would affect me in the future. I got expelled once for setting off some fireworks in the cafeteria. I got the boot and was forced to move schools. It was really hard. The new school I went to was so different from my old one, and I had no friends, and the change was just really difficult for me. I eventually realized that what I did now would affect my future, so I straightened up. I did all my homework and I studied for everything, and eventually I was able to graduate and go to college. I was a mess as a teen. You wouldn't believe how much trouble I got in. Maybe that's why I was so hard on Holden, because I didn't want him to end up like how I did. I didn't want him to have to go through the same troubles that I did. Not caring, not trying. I was just lucky I was able to realize it before it was too late.